Russian missile and drone terror continues. Last night, the enemy struck with about 10 ballistic missiles, Kaliber missiles, and dozens of attack drones. As a result of the massive attack in the capital, 3 people were killed and at least 26 were injured, 9 of whom were hospitalized. Among them are a 10-year-old child and a pregnant woman. There is destruction in almost every district of Kyiv. Apartment buildings, private homes, administrative buildings, and a medical facility were affected. Our correspondent Daniil Samsonov has already seen the aftermath of the strike on a 5-story building on the left bank of the capital. So, Daniil, we're waiting for more details from you.
Hello, Petro. Actually, this is just one of many locations that unfortunately were hit in the capital last night. Let me remind you, we are in the Dnipro district of Kyiv. 2 5-story buildings here were especially hard hit. However, it's clear to the naked eye that the surrounding buildings were also damaged. There's a lot of shattered glass everywhere, and right now it's being cleared away. If we look at the apartment building behind me, you can see that the fire caused by the strike engulfed the building from the 1st to the 5th floor. It's still too early to talk about the exact consequences, the number of affected apartments, or the number of injured, because the police are still documenting the facts of this war crime. Some of the wounded have already been taken to the hospital with them. Today, we had the opportunity to speak with volunteer rescuer Ms. Maria Kalchenko, who, together with her Doberman dog Mira, usually takes part in search and rescue operations when, unfortunately, there are attacks in Kyiv. However, today she herself became a victim. Her apartment ended up at the epicenter of the attack on the 1st floor. And please listen to how she recalls the moment.
The lights went out and I heard that my hair was on fire. I didn't hear either the impact or the approach. Then I turn around, I have a flashlight here on my neck, I turn it on, turn around, and the wall to the neighbors is completely gone. The yard is wide open, flames are pouring in. How the dog and I weren't torn apart, we don't remember, we don't even know. Thank you.
The building located opposite this 5-story building was also significantly damaged. There are about 120 apartments in it, and practically everyone was affected. The balconies suffered the most. They are almost completely destroyed. I have to admit personally, I was deeply moved and touched by the story of one of the residents. He is a war veteran who did not want to speak on camera, but he shared that he had bought an apartment here just 3 days ago and had only managed to live peacefully for 3 days before the attack happened. Another person who witnessed the attack firsthand is a resident of this building, Ms. Anastasia. She says that she had to shield and protect her 3-year-old daughter with her own body for protection, since only a few seconds passed between the air raid alert and the explosion. She simply didn't have time to get to the shelter. Let's listen to her.
I saw the missile coming in, the explosion, all the glass flying, all the windows being blown out, the balcony being destroyed, it just flew off. There was a very strong fire, the smell of burning, people were screaming loudly, begging for help.
At the moment, the capital is assessing the consequences of this massive Russian attack on Ukraine, and in particular on Kyiv. According to preliminary information, it has been reported that 3 people are already known to have died in the capital, and 26 others have been injured. Among them are 2 children aged 7 and 10. 9 people have been hospitalized by medical workers. According to preliminary information, at least 10 ballistic missiles were headed toward Kyiv. The Russians also launched Kaliber missiles. And they also carried out massive attacks with Shahed drones. More than 40 people were rescued by emergency workers at various locations. Of these, 13 were from an apartment building in the Podilsky district. In the Dniprovsky district, 17 residents had to be freed from a 5-story building. 20 were rescued in the Solomyansky district. And these are not the final numbers yet, as the search and rescue operation is still ongoing. We continue to monitor the situation. We still have more locations ahead that we will film and share this information with you. So, for now, this is not the final information. Petro.
Well, Daniil, thank you. That was Daniil Samsonov. He is monitoring the aftermath of the Russian attack on the capital.